Darrmakh and Chelsea reached the table. A brooding Kobolani sat at it, his skin grey and his eyes orange. The ponytail dangled from the exact top of his head, jet black and slender. Red tattoos formed a spiky crescent along the left side of his head. He wore rough smuggler's clothes and a blaster pistol on his belt. Kuravo, you old farce boy. Darrmakh slid in, flicking the Kobolani's drink. You look like a prog dumped you naked on the Roja. Whereas your prog dumped you in a bag of jet stem. Kuravo's eyes lifted from his drink to the newcomers. Darrmakh, much time has elapsed. I see you're still slumming it up with these belt hicks. Good to see you, Caps. Reinhardt pulled off her sweatband. I slumming with your smuggler brats. Stimulating as ever. I came to Talana to collect a pure blood Geonasi. Instead, I ascertained that his cohort swooped in and exfiltrated him out in the dead of night. Alas, 100,000 debits extirpated. Aww, you just need to invest better. Sell something that can't call in allies. Perhaps I will traffic Reliance then. A pity they aren't worth more. More than a Kobolani, I'd wager. In these times. True enough. Kuravo sipped at his drink. But enough of that. What brings you here, Saul? Looking to coaginate once more? My crew could utilize a good mechanic. Business, actually. Got some hot June we're looking offload. With a fair Darrmakh. Thought you might want in. Then by all means, elucidate. Reinhardt handed him a log disc as two Zetars walked over, sitting down. The Zetars wore bodysuits, iridescent teal on top and black on the bottom. Their pendants were purple and triangular, and they had Zetar blaster rifles slung over their shoulders. From there, their appearances diverged. Both had turquoise eyes, but the man had a blonde mullet, head sides shaved, while the woman had freckles and white hair, bald on the left side, with a sweep over the right. Darrmakh glanced at them. New buddies. Bodyguards. Kuravo gestured first at the man, then the woman. Stellan and Rayan. With my clients, protection is a must. Genoa. Hey. Reinhardt studied them as Kuravo read. You don't look that old. You folk had any amnesia trouble? Not yet. The Zetars have told us to expect it. Our kind is plagued with mental difficulties, especially young. How old do you get, anyway? Average Zetar pair? 300, 350. Depends how well you take care of yourself. Darrmakh raised a finger. How do you get the amnesia? Is it just a random thing? Does something cause it? Caused, usually. What happens is one of us gets involved in something traumatic. The trauma overwhelms us, spreads mentally to the other. So, how do you still remember your partner? Imprinting. When Zetar's bond as children, their minds connect telepathically. It's why one Zetar can't live without the other. They're literally part of each other. Kuravo cleared his throat, ending the conversation. That is some cargo you and your friends are hauling. Worth 5, even 6 figures. I'd take it for 75,000. The Major leaned forward. We know market rates. That much Mahern's worth at least 200. Do you wish to prognosticate its worth? Or sell it? He tapped the log disc on the table. That much herb will have procs crawling on my ship. For anyone else you deal to, stars bless you, procuring another buyer willing to take it all. But you are willing to take it all. Not for 200, I will not. Helmets pause as they stared each other down. Contemplations command concerning constancy. So, she stood up, flipping her sweatband on. Have fun moping. Reinhardt walked to Lieutenant Dell at the bar. Anything interesting? Nah. The lieutenant took a gulp from a tight Delian ale. Jed's in here talking to locals now. Ain't you glad we skipped all that Athmar storytelling? What a drag. Well, I like hearing it. Fine. Go spy on him. Neither girl moved. Hi. Chelsea glanced down at the picture in Ahari's hand of her and Matt. How you doing? Swell. Fantastic. Another 5 rounds. Won't even remember his name. Oh, you will. And I'll cuss you out if you drank that much. Bum shame. Dell stared off into the bar, a deep sadness in her eyes. Chels, think there's any way you could have saved Matt? Brought him out of that forest with you? You know I woulda. Same for Yurkin. So much has happened lately. We ain't had a chance to order proper. 10 years of this, and you'd think I'd get used to losing folk. Reminds us what we fight for. She leaned next to Ari, eyes on the second floor above. We knew there'd be price day we quit the academy. Ain't gotten any easier to pay with time. You still think about your family? You had one back then, the Alliance. So did you, huh? Yours cared about each other. Even if you tussled, moved all over the Empire, and lived in the worst of visuals, you still meant something. Ari sighed. Mine had everything. They fell apart the day I left. Major Reinhardt was quiet for a long time. She gazed around the bar, watching locals in conversation. Jed was talking to a human and two creatures of a different race. Chelsea couldn't even guess which. And everywhere around them, the dead Doornail buzzed. Finally, she looked back at Dell and took her hand. None of that matters. We're family now. Ahari squeezed her hand. Sisters forever. Querix for now. They bumped foreheads, and Reinhardt took a swig of Dell's ale. I do think about my family. All the time. Miss them. Like crazy. She let the air whiz out between her lips. Wish they understood this. Wish they were on our side. Wonder what they think of me. Tough one. The lieutenant pondered that. They're probably ticked off. Wanna rip your guts out. But I bet they miss you. Yeah. Hope so. Darrmakh walked over and clapped his hands. Deal equals made. He reached for Ahari's drink, smirking as she swatted him away. Kuravo's taking it for 120 Darrmakhs. Handouts tomorrow, down in the gold mines. Good work. Major Reinhardt straightened. Find the others. Let's break it to car talk.